I once watched a millionaire choose a beat-up 2015 Toyota over a brand new BMW. A few hours later, I saw the same man pay $50 to have someone mow his lawn. That confused me. If he had the money for luxury, why drive an old car? And if he was careful with money, why pay someone for something he could easily do himself? So I asked him, and his answer completely changed how I think about money. Because wealthy people don't just live differently, they think differently. Their habits often look strange from the outside. Sometimes they even look backwards. They look boring. They even look wrong. But once you understand what they are optimizing for, everything starts to make sense. And once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. This pattern explains why some people slowly build massive wealth over time, while others work just as hard, sometimes even harder, and never seem to move forward. Most people think rich people have extreme routines. Wake up at 4 in the morning, cold showers, meditation, reading 50 books a year, working 16-hour days. That's the version of success you see on social media. But the truth is, those habits are not what actually build wealth. The real difference is much quieter. It comes down to how wealthy people think about three things: time, money, and decisions. And the patterns are so subtle that most people look right at them and still miss them. Let's start with the first pattern. Rich people treat time like it has a dollar value. Most people think about money carefully, but they treat time like it is unlimited. Wealthy people do the opposite. They treat time like it is extremely valuable. Middle class and poor people often waste time to save money. Rich people spend money to save time. For example, an average person might spend 2 hours on Saturday mowing their lawn. They think, why would I pay someone $50 when I can do it myself for free? But that time is not actually free. If someone earns around $50,000 per year, their time is worth roughly $24 per hour. 2 hours is almost $50, so they just spent nearly the same value of time to save that money. Wealthy people see the trade differently. They pay the $50, then they use those 2 hours for something more valuable. Maybe they build a skill. Maybe they work on a project that increases their income. Maybe they simply spend time with their family, or maybe they just get 2 hours of their life back. This pattern shows up everywhere: cleaning, errands, maintenance work. Most people do everything themselves because it feels like saving money. Wealthy people outsource many of these tasks because they understand something simple: time is the one resource you can never earn back. The second pattern is just as interesting. Rich people buy things that save time. Poor people often buy things that cost time. Think about boats. Many people believe owning a boat is a symbol of wealth, but owning a boat comes with storage, maintenance, insurance, repairs, and constant responsibility. And in most cases, it sits unused for most of the year. So every time you use it, you spend hours preparing it and cleaning it afterwards. You did not just buy a boat, you bought a long-term obligation. A wealthy person might handle this differently. Instead of owning the boat, they simply rent one when they want the experience, maybe a few times a year. No maintenance, no storage, no long-term responsibility. They pay for the experience, not the burden. The same pattern shows up with houses. Many people buy the biggest house they can possibly afford. Then they spend years maintaining it, cleaning it, paying higher utility bills, and fixing endless problems. Wealthy people often stay in smaller homes longer. Less maintenance, less stress, more money available for investments. The same idea applies to cars. Many people finance expensive vehicles mainly for image, hundreds of dollars every month in payments. But wealthy people often drive reliable cars that are already paid off. Then they invest the difference. Over time, that simple decision can grow into a large amount of money. Now, the third pattern is about decisions. Rich people make decisions once, then they automate them. Most people make the same financial decisions every month. Should I save this month? Should I invest? How much should I put aside? And because the decision repeats again and again, sometimes they follow through and sometimes they do not. Wealthy people remove that decision entirely. They automate it. Automatic investments, automatic savings, automatic retirement contributions. The decision was made years ago. Now the system handles it quietly in the background. No debate, no willpower required. Systems replace motivation. The fourth pattern is about energy. Rich people don't just protect their time, they protect their energy. They know that not every hour of the day is equal. Everyone has certain hours when their mind works best. Maybe early in the morning, maybe late at night. Wealthy people identify those peak hours and they protect them. Those hours are used for the most important work: deep thinking, big decisions, creative tasks. They also remove things that drain their energy: pointless meetings, constant interruptions, unnecessary obligations. Because when energy drops, the quality of decisions drops as well, and bad decisions can become very expensive. The fifth pattern might be the biggest difference of all. Rich people think in decades. Most people think about the next few weeks, maybe the next year, but wealthy people think about the next 10 years or 20 years. They set a long-term goal, then they work backwards. If they want $2 million in 20 years, they calculate what needs to happen every single month to reach that goal. Then they follow that plan consistently, month after month, year after year. When you think in decades, small sacrifices become easy. Skipping a $200 dinner doesn't feel painful when you understand what that money could become after 20 years of investing. Delaying a new car becomes much easier when you see the power of compounding over time. Wealthy people are simply playing a longer game. And real quick, if you're starting to notice these patterns and realizing that building wealth is less about working harder and more about thinking differently, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because on this channel, we break down the real psychology behind wealth, money, and long-term success. Not the flashy social media advice, just the principles that actually work. So subscribe now so you don't miss the next video. Now let's continue. Another subtle difference is questions wealthy people ask. Poor mindsets ask one question: can I afford this? That question usually leads to a simple answer: no. End of thinking. A wealthy mindset asks something different. How can I afford this? That question forces your brain to start looking for solutions. Maybe you increase your income. Maybe you create value. Maybe you build something that generates the money. One question stops your thinking. The other one expands it. Another difference is boundaries. Wealthy people are comfortable with people being upset with them. They say no often. No to distractions, no to unnecessary commitments, no to things that steal their time. Many people struggle with this because they want to be liked, so they say yes to everything. But saying yes to everything destroys focus, and building wealth requires focus. Another habit wealthy people share is measurement. They measure everything. They track their net worth, they track spending, they track income, they track progress. Most people do not. They simply hope things improve. But what gets measured can be improved. Awareness leads to better decisions. And finally, there is one more pattern that surprises many people. Wealthy people are willing to look unimpressive today in order to become successful tomorrow. They drive older cars. They live below their means. They make financial decisions that look boring from the outside, but those decisions compound year after year, and over time, those quiet habits create massive results. So here's the truth. Rich people's habits rarely look impressive on social media. They look boring, driving older cars, living below their means, automating their finances, saying no constantly, thinking in decades instead of days. These habits will never go viral, but they work, and most people miss them because everyone is searching for something flashy, the secret strategies, the perfect routine, the quick shortcut. But the real secret is much simpler. It is just different patterns around time, money, and decisions. Patterns that slowly compound over many years. You don't need to adopt every habit. Start with 2 or 3. Treat your time like it has real value. Automate your financial decisions. Start thinking in decades instead of days. Those alone can change your financial trajectory. Now, if this video helped you see the real patterns behind wealth, do 2 quick things. First, hit the like button so more people can discover this video. And second, leave a comment below and tell me this: which pattern hit you the hardest? I read every comment, and I'm curious which idea made you rethink the way you approach money. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time, because on this channel, we break down the real psychology behind wealth and success without the hustle culture nonsense, just ideas that actually work. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.